Welcome to another daily recap. Today is Thursday, April 11. It's 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern. So I kept an eye on the 8:30 a.m. data release. Yesterday it was the CPI. Today it was the PPI. And as suspected, it jolted the market a bit. They had already dripped down to around this 511.75. I had these levels on the board long before that 8:30 a.m. data release, but that's where they were when it came out. And it shot the market up in the pre-market to they're above 515 right now. So they're in the middle of all these levels that we have identified to trade against in the E-mini futures. So circle back around, take a look at all the trades taken in the E-minis this afternoon after the market closes. We had an interesting day today. The spiders hit 5 of our levels. There is one trade that you'll watch shortly. It was recorded when the spiders hit this level. They came down to this level. This was a no trade. I'll explain why. But after 11:30, pretty much everything to the right of the line here, I was away from my computer, busy day at the office, so I didn't really see any of this until just about 30 minutes ago. So just as well, there were some fumbles. It wasn't all bad. We will talk through that, but first, let's take a look at their live recording from the morning. First, I'll set the stage here. You notice that it's 9:43 at this point before this video starts rolling. So when 9:45 a.m. Closed, the 9:45 a.m. candle closed, they were below the numbers. I adjusted it and went short. It was triggered automatically right there, and just looked for 4 points, and they fell back very fast. So that was the first base hit in the bag, and they went lower. So normally you would want to buy it the next level down, but I'll show you. They came up close. I think it was 8 cents away. This line here, and just to point out, I was thinking to myself, well, if I had taken one off and then trailed, this is where I'd want to be on the remaining position, or remaining contract, for it to be at the same point where I would have got, the full amount at the 4-point target profit, if that makes sense. But they had to go lower before it would have paid off. That's often why I don't like to trail unless I have other indications on other charts to let me know that they might move farther, because a base hit usually works pretty well, all in, all out. But anyway, they did come down here eventually. But they got within 8 cents of 513.51 and pulled back up. Right here, you'll see there's my profit target. So kind of in the zone here where if they come back quickly, a few minutes, and they did, then that's the target. So I called this like a kind of in limbo at this point, because if they come back later, within a certain amount of time, or after a certain amount of time elapses, I'm willing to take the trade again. But in this case, they got lower. And same thing applies. This could serve as resistance after a certain amount of time goes by, that I would sell short if it came back up to it again, if they continue, if this was a kind of a trend day down. But you don't know at this point. So it's still valid. And what happened is enough time did elapse, but a very similar thing happened. They got back up to 513.51. This basically 513.50. This general area was a place to go short again. It was another near miss scenario. So that basically took it off the board for me, took it out of consideration. So, and I had a profit target and a fumble threshold drawn on the chart just for reference at this level at 511.75, but they never got lower than this. So it was a non-factor. So when they're coming back up here, just pay attention to how close they got, and then they pulled away. And that's my clue that it's not worth taking the trade, because it looks like they might have more energy to go higher. And that's exactly what they did. So I'm glad I wasn't in this trade. Let's scrub ahead just to speed this up a little bit. Don't know when it was exactly. Here we go. So that was it. So they got within 10 cents, pulled back more than enough to satisfy a base hit. So the line went dotted. That's my way of knowing that I don't want to mess with that level again. So they played around a little bit, and 11:30 I had to close up shop. So anything that happened after 11:30, which we'll talk about momentarily, was not a factor for me. I didn't take any of the trades, just the one small trade with 2 contracts for base hit. I'm not going to adjust these levels with a 5-cent buffer. I think you know by now, if you've been following these videos, how that works. Just understand that as price came into them, they were adjusted depending on other factors to grab more trades. That's why I do this. So these 2 levels were satisfied at this point. So after 11:30, here's what happened. They came up, and this would have been a perfectly valid trade here to go short at. And so what I've basically calculated at this point is, had you taken this trade, playing by the rules, you would have reached the fumble and reversed and I think it was 11 points, and you would have got a base on the reversal as they came up because there's still enough room left on this where it was when the reversal happened to get another base hit out of it. So they did. They kept going higher. You would have got a base hit on the reversal, and you would have gone short at this level at 518.19. Same thing happened. They did not respect that level. They went higher. It would have been another reversal, and you have got a base. I think it was, we'll look at the tracking log. I did the math. I did the analysis on this. So you would have lost another 5 or 6 points on that reversal. It wasn't horrible, but you gained a base hit on the reversal of that. Earlier I said reversal, I meant fumble. You would have lost 5 or 6 points on the fumble at this level, and then gained a base hit on the reversal. The last level worked pretty well. It was a base hit. Now, they came up kind of close here, but enough time had elapsed between when they hit it the first time or they attempted it the first time, because it was like pennies away. So, this would be a near miss. But enough time had elapsed when they came back up to it again. And plus, there's a lot of indications at this point when I'm looking at my other charts, in the after the fact, that this was an area which would be good for more than just a small reaction. So, playing by the rules, you would have wanted to go ahead and continue to go short here and maintain your original plan, and that would have been a base hit. So, playing by the rules, the day would have ended slightly in the red. We'll take a look at the tracking log, and it'll make more sense. So here's the first base hit. I got this one. No reason anyone shouldn't have got this one. Would not have wanted the last trade because of the near, or the level farther down because of the near miss, which is explained here, is 8 cents away from triggering it before they pulled up. The level here in column E was a fumble, base hit on that reversal. Same thing with F. You would have lost 11 points, and then 6 points on the other one, based on that reversal, and then a base hit at column G, the last level on the board. So while you would have gained 16 points, you would have lost 17. And so after commissions and all, your take home would have been less than these numbers here. This is just the raw numbers based on ES points, $50 a point per contract. So that's what would have happened if you'd played by the rules. But I guess you could say I was kind of lucky that I had a busy day today, because I just took the one trade at this level and everything else was just not even a factor. So I just got my 4 points. You saw that happen with my 2 contracts. So that was it for me. Pretty interesting day. It's been interesting lately. They're kind of on the precipice, if you could say. They did climb a little higher today, but no guarantees what's going to happen. Let's just be on the lookout for some larger moves. As far as the last day of the week, I'll have to double check to see if there's any kind of data announcements. I don't think there are, like there has been in the last couple of days, that might jolt the market and kind of set the stage for the day. But anyway, thanks for watching. Consider subscribing. I appreciate all the support. Have a great day.